Hello and welcome back to my channel, igama lami uKhanyi Samantwana, channel yami uKhanyi Mantwana. So today I am doing a very chilled video on the time I was SRC at Cput in 2018/2019. For those who don't know, SRC is Student Representative Council and I was the secretary. So I'll just be on this video, I'll be reflecting back on that period and I'll try and post some of the pictures just to reference. But anyways, let's get into it. As I have explained that SRC is Student Representative Council, right? So Cput, it's a bit complex compared to other universities. Maybe if you've been to a university or college, you know, you have an idea. So with us, we have 5 campuses. And out of these 5 campuses, we get local SRCs per campus. And then we have the central SRC. I was part of the local SRC in Belleville campus, and I was the secretary. Yeah, that's a good way to start, because I didn't know how to start with this video. But anyways, yeah, so that's how it happened. So 2018, I think it was in September, right? I was campaigning. Hey, I was, campaigning for, because I was running for SRC. And with us, I was running under the EFF banner, if I can put it like that. I don't know how to put it. Yeah, but you can run as an individual, right? Meaning you can run for the position as an individual. It's not a problem. But in most cases, at Cput, you're most likely to become SRC if you are under an organization. Yeah, but because now there are people, even if they don't know you, chances are they'll vote for you because they want to vote for EFF, they want to vote for whatever other political structure. Sorry. Anyways, so I was also running, but under EFF. And it was in September. The experience was a lot. We had, you know, when you're campaigning, there are certain things that you have to do. You have to wear red. You have to take pictures. You have to do that. You have to go to people, talk to people, convince people that please vote for me, please vote for EFF. I remember at some point we even had copies of the previous voting sheets. Does that make sense? Yeah, voting sheets. So we would give it to people so that they practice, especially the first years. So they practice how to vote. We would go to residences. Yeah, we know convince abantu to vote. Obviously, not everyone was like, welcome to our race, and we would love to vote for you. That was not the case. We got to people that told us, yeah, the F word. Some were like, what are you gonna do? And it was the first time. Okay, let me track it back a bit. EFF has ran for SRC before, I think in 2016. But then I think they only got 1 seat in the central SRC. So this one was like a big deal. We wanted more seats. We were so hungry for it, you understand? So as an organization, before you become SRC, you don't have much resources to do a lot of things for students. So it's very hard to convince students that have been they've been part of other political structures and they've seen what other political structures have done. Nina Nizalando, not yet, but please vote for us. I spanned away. It was not working, guys. But we nyonyobed, and then sanyonyoba, sateta. Salad. Also, I want to tell you that at that point, I thought I knew what SRC is, what is expected of me. I thought I knew up until I got into the position. Like when you are campaigning, it's all a vibe. You think, but I have an idea, like of what I'm about to do. I'm gonna make change at Cput. Viva! I don't know, but I thought I knew up until I became. Fast forward to the day of the voting. It takes 2 days. Oh, I forgot a very important detail. Before you qualify as SRC, whether local or central, you have to have an average of 60%, right? So it's not anyone that can run for SRC at Cput. I don't know about other institutions. Anyways, so back to the day of voting. So you approach students, you go there, you're like, yeah, please, man, vote for us when you walk in there. Don't. And then obviously, it was a meet belungu. They're like, nah, Malema said he's gonna kill us. You know that thing? They always say that Abelung. Nah, I get Abelung that say that. I don't know, Baba so they always like, so sometimes it was an advantage at some degree being under EFF, but a disadvantage at the same time, because if someone has a grudge with Umalema, they like, I won't vote for you, like, because of Umalema. We didn't pace ourselves on day one. We just ran. Yeah. So day two, we were still running. It was difficult. It was not difficult. That's what I felt it. But we were still running. We were still campaigning. We were still convincing people. We were still pushing. And we push. Then it's voting. So immediately after day two, when they close, they start counting immediately. And I think it was a Friday. I think it was a Friday. Again, they start counting. I was running for SRC, so there's no way I can be in the venue to count. We are sitting outside. Now you can imagine how hectic it is to be outside waiting. Okay, we're waiting for the results. Oh, also with the results. Ne? Another thing that made me panic is that someone opened a case against me. Ne? There were allegations that Ukanyisa took out a poster of another organization, and that is not allowed during a campaigns, right? So I was having that case, and even if some people voted for me, then I got the thingy, I got the position. If legal whatever department says, this case we find you guilty, and I'm basically opening a loophole. So that was also stressing me that night. And at 6 a.m. to 6 past 6, I'm not sure on the exact time, we get the results. And we won 100%, meaning for all 9 positions for a local SRC, we got into EFF, which was like victory. I started singing. We had energy all of a sudden. Go 6, ne? Dalibala number. Disene case, pending cases. I forgot for a second. It was nice. Then, got into office. I thought that it was gonna be easy. I thought I would walk in there. I have my visions, most, but this is what we want to achieve as an organization and also as an individual. So I had all my things in place. And when we get there, and the reality, it is la video kamusha. It be sees, then short left. Because it wasn't always easy being SRC. Firstly, I'm in a space, in a political space, because the politics and security are there. Majority of humans in this political space are men, and men are toxic. That one is not a lie. Men, they are very toxic, guys. So where it's like, so it's part of woman father, so it's tintene, don't. I've heard all of those things. I've been told a lot of things because of my character, because I'm a person that is very hands-on. If I'm doing something, I want to do it fully so that I don't blame anyone. And sometimes when someone does it for me, it feels like, could have been better if I did change. So I know sometimes I can be too much, like I like being hands-on, but at the same time, they would personalize it into and whatever. So it's all of those struggles. being a black woman in a political space and suffocating manje. Amadoda akunika isifutufuthu ude uthi enye mina umbone phaa uqonde uyatika, like bottom line uyantika. But anyways, second difficulty, not difficulty, I don't know it. Another point on how it's not easy is that you go to that position and you're like, yes, we are the SRC, we want to do this for students. And students are like, yes, that's what we need. And then you put your proposal to the management, and management is like, they tell you about the logistics, they tell you about answers. I'm sorry. They tell you about it's unsustainable, it's this. They become technical about it. Yeah, we got a lot of sabotage from management. I'm sorry. Like, I feel like management in these higher learning institutions need to do better. Because, wow, it's disappointing. Like, the treatment that we get as SRC, I don't know, guys. Like, they make sure that you fail. They walk an extra mile. That's how I felt. Yeah, well, yeah, that's that on that. Next, that position gave me, like, I was very emotional. Like, my problem is that I would internalize everyone's problem. So if you come to me and tell me that you can't pay for fees because of APC, and then you tell me your whole story, I'll cry with you, which is bad. So I started unconsciously, I started internalizing a lot of people's problems. I remember this other time I was in it's like, I don't know if it's a panel or committee for residence appeals. Because if there's a rule in Cput that if you fail a certain number of subjects, you are excluded from residence. Yeah, well, that's it. So we came with a thing, but no, you can't put a blanket on the whole thing. We have reasons. We have different reasons on why we fail. So let's try and be reasonable. Let the students appeal. So students wrote letters. Now you have to convince us why we should let you back into res when you have failed and when you have access to Wi-Fi and all of these things. You understand? So why did you fail? Then color every day. And those appeals were a lot because we spent 4 days. 4 days. There were a lot. They internalized everything. I had breakdowns. So being SRC can be very draining emotionally. And I remember I had to go home after that because my parents were coming over to Cape Town. So I was like, no, I'm going to drive back with you guys. Going back home because I'm overwhelmed. Like, I'm correct. Yeah, boy. And then I went home, came back, things were better, and I was running. And also throughout this, I'm doing my last year. That's another thing. So I have to try and balance. Yeah, well, what else do I want to share? So it was not, okay, I complain about these things. Ne? They were like my down moments or whatever. But I also had highlights. I had amazing times. I've met amazing people. The journey, I have met amazing people. I have learned a lot. I have grown as an individual. And just seeing that student saying, thank you, sis. I wouldn't have had residence if it wasn't for you. I wouldn't have had this if it wasn't for you. I appreciate it. That makes my day. And some of them would just be scared of me and then come, but I'm like, guys, hi. But honestly, I loved what I was doing. I wouldn't do it again, but while it lasted, I enjoyed it, honestly. And for me, I think it's also the kind of person that I am. I love helping, and yeah, so whenever I was able to help people and they whether they show appreciation or not, but as long as this husband I'll feel good. It made me feel good. Even today, honestly, Abantu would say my highlight was when we had the bash or we had this. My highlight was when I left an office, the husband really done for a student, and I would pat myself on the back. So yeah, let me close this video. I don't know what else to share. Other stories on the whole term as SRC, I'll share them. I'll have story times to be specific on when this happened, when that happened, and also, yeah, man. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I know a lot of you went home and maybe you're not able to watch these videos because kuseko Wi-Fi, res, kuseko this and that, network even. So it's okay. You'll binge watch in January when you go back to school, or when you go back to the city. Yeah. See you soon.